In this section, we're going to have a look at it, the option under personal. So that is normally to use to manage or look at the particular data of the workforce. So when you click on personal and person search, you see a few options. Mainly, we managers use this person search option. Here again, if you have access to the department and if you're looking for a particular department only, you need to select the particular department by clicking on the drop down. We only have one option available, so we're gonna stick to that one. You can always select any. And if you do any and then search for the person, then anybody within your authorized department list, if the person exists, then the person will come up there. Or if you want everybody that you have access to, you can just click on this little magnifying glass and you can see everybody that you have access to. That includes all the departments if you have multiple department access. So if you want to look at the person's record, you can just click on the name and you'll see this option there. And here you can see that the person has only one contract, and that's their substantive post. Under the work contract, you can see that the person is contracted for 37.5 hours. Unavailability, this is where you can see that how many annual leave the person has taken. If there is any other type of leave the person has taken, that's there. And then the sickness there as well. You can expand them by clicking on the little arrows that is there at the top. If you want to customize your view, you can click on this little calendar and say, okay, instead of 2023, I want to look at the 2 years data. And instead of 2025, I probably want to have a look at it up to 31st of October. So I don't want to look at it, what the annual leave she has booked for the future, just this one. You can click on it and it will adjust itself. If you do want to extract this info, you can click on this little X and the info will come out here into the Excel format. You can then work around it if you do need to. If you need to send it to the person, you can just send it as well. Here is the sickness data. We're not going to go too much into it. There is an entitlement option. So this is the entitlement. So everybody should have the entitlement there. If you need to amend it, you click on the entitlement and click on change entitlement. And you'll see the options and you need to add the entitlement based on the calculation that you make. We do advise only at the base hours there. And then if the staff has continuous service or if they are +5 or +10, then the hours that should be there. And if they are qualified for the bank holiday leave, then that should be added there too. And then you just hit OK once you make the changes based on the calculation that you make. You just hit OK. That's how you change the entitlement there. If there is skills that needs to be added or is added there, then that should be visible there. If you want to look at the contact detail for the staff members, you can click on the contact and you can see that there. Restrictions is if the person has any restrictions, that probably be visible there. Patterns, if the person is due to work on set days or set time, then the pattern is set up for them. You can click on the pattern. If something's there, that means the pattern is set up. You can also see the valid from and to. So if the person has multiple one, then you see plenty of that by clicking on all. If you select current and future, then you will only see the one that is currently there or the one that is coming into effect in future. You can view it by clicking on the pattern and look at the pattern. So once you click on it, you will see there is a day shift 9 to 5. Then there is a note section. We always advise everybody to use the note section. So this is very helpful in terms of if you do need to add the information for the staff member, i.e., something that you and staff member only agreed that not everybody knows, or you've not mentioned it to everybody, you can always add a note here, or probably say that the staff member was on maternity and came for a kit day for two. You can probably add the note here and say, okay, this has been informed to payroll. So that way, if there is any query comes up, or probably you can say that the staff member was off sick on the August bank holiday and their annual leave is being deducted. You can use that option there. So we always advise everybody to add a note, which they can go back and refer to. And even if the staff member goes into another department and if they need to have a look into, they can always look into. So yeah, that's there. And then there is an hours account. This is where you can probably look into the staff members' working history. So here it normally sees the balance of their hours at the end of each roster. So if there is any shortfall there, you can see the difference in there. So we can see that there is no shifts allocated to the person between this one and this one. That's why it's jumped from 596 to 701. Um, Rules, there is not much in there. And accruals, again, it's not there. And not in these last three options either. So that's for the person search and personnel. Now, you can also amend your view by selecting the staff group. So if you have 50 or 100 staff members and you only want to look at the particular one, you can always select that by staff group or the grade type category or grade type. So you can customize your view based on the selection or the filters that is given to you. And if you want to extract this info, you can always click on these little X and that will then transfer it into Excel. Thank you.